Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again, and there is new developments in the ongoing police cover-up. Investigation of the death into Mr. Brown's, of the death or murder of Mr. Brown. All right, so you know what I believe this is: more lives and frame up by the Dallas police. Game better recognize game. All right. So this is amazing about how quick acting the Dallas police were in this. Wait a minute, this gets weirder. All right. I don't even know where to go with this. All right. Like I said, all these people, one, I don't trust Democrats anyway. That's the police department. I don't trust them because they will not learn. They don't learn from history. They don't want to learn. You can't really talk to them about learning. Period. All right. They don't want to learn. They don't care. All they want is the handouts, and they're bought. They're bought and sold by their party. We shouldn't be voting, but I'm letting y'all know that your Democratic police department up in Dallas, yeah, they find a way to get rid of witnesses. You know, they'll find a way to get rid of them. Understand this. So, you got the frame up by the police, and let's look into this. All right, let me greet everybody real quick. Favoriten hardu gudal ola oi to the bay. Vossas los bonjour mes amis. Kedu bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. Jumbo baragani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right. On this one, let me remind you, let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. Remember, this is the new channel. All right, my Cash App and my PayPal will be in the description box. All right, so moving right along. All right, you got this mess of a police department run by this woman right here, Gangsta Low, deputy chief, whatever. And it's amazing how quick they was able to find these people upon pressure from the community. It's amazing how they found these scapegoats, suspects, to bolster their story. Set up, investigation into the murder of the primary witness that just put away one of their own for shooting a man in his house while eating ice cream as he was sitting on his couch trying to enjoy a television show. Let's look into just how they found days after days of speculation, and all right, surrounding, and this comes from the Dallas news. All right, the link will be in the description box. Everybody's reporting on this. Joshua Brown, all right, surrounding the shooting of Joshua Brown, a witness in the Amber Geiger trial. Dallas police identified 3 suspects Tuesday in connection with Brown's death. Tuesday evening, NBC News reported that the second of 3, Michael Diaz, has been taken into custody in Louisiana. Wow, they went to Louisiana, got these guys. Earlier that day, Assistant Chief Avery Moore said that one of the suspects, Jaquarius Michael, 20, was in custody at Parkland Hospital. During that news conference held, Dallas police at Dallas Police Headquarters. Officials said Brown was fatally shot in a drug deal gone bad at an apartment complex on Cedar Springs Road. All three suspects came from Alexandria, Louisiana, to purchase drugs from him. Woo, just this gets deeper and deeper. From the assassination of Brown to character assassination. This is how they get us, y'all. All right. Police said the announcement of the suspects' names came as pressure increased from the community leaders for an independent investigation into Brown's case. And they should still have that independent investigation into Brown's case. Brown had testified in a murder trial of Geiger, a former Dallas police officer convicted of murder last week and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Now, I want to remind you of something. This guy was shot in the mouth. That's a message killing. He was shot in the mouth. So, a dude that's being watched 24/7, who's fearing for his life because he just testified in a trial with police, is going to go. I don't care if he was before the trial. If he's big dogging like they're saying he is, right? They're saying they went up into his apartment and he had all kind of weed and stuff and some scales and things up into. Okay, if he was big dogging it like that, you think he would be out making drug deals? This dude gets murdered, and now I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand. I don't even know how to say this right. The same way they got y'all to have compassion for a murderer that's convicted of murder, that the jurors themselves didn't even want to convict of murder, but had to convict of murder because she said her intent was to kill that guy, was to kill Both Jean. Understand this. Had she not said that, they would have let her off with something way lighter. But they had to say this because they understood it wasn't an accident, she said. And they would, in the prosecution, everybody would have been like, all right. And so what they did was they said, we got to let her off somehow. So they gave her 10 years instead of closer to the 28 that she should have got. Murder carries from 5 to 99 years. The prosecution was asking for 28. The prosecution was thinking they was going to get 25. I want y'all to understand this. And all the people are feeling sorry for the murderer. So the same people that got you to feel sorry for the murderer, because she's a Caucasian blonde-haired woman that can have some tears, are the same people that's going to get you to vilify the witness to the murderer by saying he's one of these evil drug dealers. And this was a drug deal that went bad. Right after the trial. And we're talking days after the trial. And we're talking about, understand this. This is a national trial. And you got 3 guys that's going to drive all the way from Alexandria, Louisiana. That's a long drive, y'all. To give you a reference of Alexandria, Louisiana, Fort Polk is in Leesville. I know, I was stationed there. Fort Polk is in Leesville. Alexandria is a 55-minute drive from Fort Polk in the opposite direction of Texas. Why would three dudes from Alexandria, Louisiana, come up to buy drugs from a dude that just got out of a highly political and highly viewed trial as the star witness? All right, with the trial still in the news, why would they come up from there to buy drugs from that dude in Dallas, Texas? Yeah, y'all smelling the same setup I'm smelling, right? Yeah, The Rock would even be smelling this setup. So this dude murdered. Now his character and everything is going to be assassinated. He's going to be made into the villain. Understand this, the same way that Amber Geiger was made into a saint that had everybody crying over her and more concerned about her feelings and more concerned. And she meant to, you see how she pulled the trigger at the thing about show how she said, you see the face, right? They got you. I'm going to show you real quick what they got you to feel sorry for while they set this dude up. They got you to feel sorry for this woman right here. They got you to think that she was repentant. And if you look at her face as she's pulling the, just demonstrating what she did, and you can see she enjoyed killing this dude. Look at the look on her face right now. All right? They got you to cry over and feel sorry for this. Now the brothers ain't feeling sorry. We know what time it is. But you so-called black women, that got our back. Nah, y'all don't have our backs. Because they got you to feel sorry for this. Now, I want y'all to understand, the Caucasian people feel sorry for this woman too, right? And look who's setting up this story, right? The same people that got you to feel sorry for her, these black people, these Christians, are going to make this dude, the witness, look like a scary monster. Ooh, scary. Because he was a witness that stepped forward because an innocent man was shot in his house doing nothing but eating ice cream, sitting on a couch and watching TV. He's not. Afro men, if we live in the wrong place, we are not safe in our own house from the police. We are more safe from somebody that's not a police officer breaking in, because at least you could defend yourself, than from a police officer. It's because the police department will set you up to be the villain of or irrelevant in your own murder. Somebody murders they'll make you look irrelevant if it's one of the police officers. And the people will have more sympathy for the police officers than the guy they murdered. That's what's going on. All these clowns in this clown show. This is why no Afro person trusts the police. This is why many Caucasian people love the police. This is the life of an Afro person in America. It's just as bad as Afro people everywhere else. It's just that we have more financial opportunities, But the law still means the same thing to us here as it means in Brazil or any other place where the melanated lives. It means a disadvantage to us that we could be set up, and since we don't have any media and everybody consumes media that is owned, even black media, that is owned by white corporations, we have no say in how we're governed. We have no say in how we're viewed. Our story will never be told in truth, and they will never pick anybody that will tell the real truth. They will always pick sellouts. They will always pick sellouts to be in charge of this system. Remember, these police chiefs and all of this stuff, this is a political appointment. It's not about justice. And at the end of the day, there is no recourse but to try to get as far as hell is away from black run organizations. And I'm going to tell you why. This may be shocking to some of y'all. We need to run away from these departments run by black people, because what's going on now is departments run by the Caucasians. I refer to them as black people because that's how they refer to themselves. The departments run by Caucasians. Understand this. Feel pressured to be about justice more so than the departments run by the so-called black people planted there. This woman running Dallas, she's not worried about justice. She's worried about her political position. All these people are. And it is not popular politically to give the Afro man justice. It is not popular politically to treat Afro men with honor and respect first. And innocent, when it comes to Afro men, until proven guilty, is not popular politically. Because we're in a country where we're outnumbered by the majority by a lot. And much of the majority do not care about the rights that they expect for themselves. They don't care about those rights when it comes on behalf of Afro men. Period. With that said, I'm out. Oh, yeah. This is a clown show, and you better believe it. All right? Don't get it twisted. And it's also why this needs to be a no depolicing zone, too. We need to be able to create offspring from somebody where we as Afro men can teach our sons how to think. And we can teach our sons and daughters the reality of what they're going to be confronted with, not be run by these females that teach the dream that they want. No, it's not the dream of what everybody should wish for. It's the dream that these black women want specifically. You know, I ended up with this Afro man, but I wish I could have had me a white prince. That's their dream. But since I despise this, N-word, I'm going to just raise his children to be garbage. That's the reality.